Hey, it's Junius. It's been a while. I haven't made a YouTube video since September 26th, and it is now November 7th. I have been completely uninspired to make a YouTube video. I'm not really sure why. I was really into it. This summer, I was making a whole bunch of YouTube videos with my dad, and I was in his studio every single day working on videos. Now I live with my mom. That's been a ride. Living with my mom is fine. It's okay. It's challenging. My mother is sickly, so I have to take care of her. I actually got kicked out of my dad's house a couple months ago because we just didn't get along. It's more complicated than that, but that's the basic thing. We had a misunderstanding, and there's no way to fix it. So now I'm not allowed back there. I still work for him in his studio, which is great, but I am no longer living under his roof. So I have this really cute little apartment in Brentwood, Tennessee, which is a really suburban area of Nashville. I have this cute little apartment that I don't pay for. This apartment would probably cost $1,000 if my mom didn't live here. My mom has fallen several times, and I've had to be the one to call the fire brigade to get her up because I can't lift her. So that's been hard. It's been a hard last couple months. I've cried a lot because I haven't been able to go back to my dad's house, and my dad's house is my house. It's where I grew up. I grew up here partially. I grew up here from the age of 5 to the age of 17. And then from the age of 17 to the age of 32, I lived with my dad. So I lived with my dad for 2 years. After I moved out of my mom's house when I was in high school, and then throughout the 9 years that I've been, I was from 2007 to 2020, I was living with my dad on and off. My dad's house would always be the house that I went home to. And if this house didn't have so many bad memories, then I probably would be fine living here, but it does have a lot of bad memories. My mom and dad had a lot of arguments here, and they were very traumatic. I probably shouldn't be sharing all this really personal information. I know that nobody really cares. But I thought I'd give an update because it's been too long. I've been crying a lot. I cried so hard the other day because I really missed living with my dad. I miss his house. I miss the light that came through the windows at his house. I miss the big bright windows at his house. I miss the property. He had 13 acres of property. He has 13 acres of property. My mom has probably 5, and she lives up on the top of a big hill. There's no sunlight that comes through here. It's very depressing to me because my mom is very depressing. My mom has depression and sleeps all the time. So it's been difficult living with her because she's just not positive at all. She'll say, you don't understand the fact that we're under a worldwide emergency in which you have to wear a mask all the time. Of course I know that, but I just go out every day. What my normal routine every day is to get up at 8. I leave the house by 8:30. I go to this cafe called The Good Cup, or I go to Starbucks, either in Brentwood or usually in Brentwood. And I look for jobs in the morning, and then in the afternoon I usually go hang out with a friend, or I go to my Aunt Suzette's house. So I haven't been working really since the beginning of October. I learned that one of my jobs I got let go from. I'm not really sure why. It was a theater teaching job, and I really enjoyed it, but they let me go for some reason. So I have had a hell of a time looking for a job. I'm trying to go back to work at Starbucks, but either all of those stores have already hired a whole bunch of people, or they're in the process of finding out if I am rehirable because I worked at Starbucks for 2 years. Starbucks was hard. Starbucks was really hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But right now I'm really missing the camaraderie of working at Starbucks, and I'm missing the responsibility of having a job. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on with me right now. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. And 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 and